everyday life at
Yeah.
the 9 GMT, yes?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I just I had a bit of issues on the live stream yesterday where I rewatched it back and I didn't realize I couldn't hear anyone from the Zoom. So I've now just sorted that out. So
Okay.
that's good. So we'll wait for a few people to join and then
Yeah. Just a question.
go for it.
Do, do you mind if we, just talk a bit after the live or maybe in the evening today? I want to introduce myself to, to meet up maybe a bit.
Yeah, of course. We can talk. Yeah, we can talk after the live stream. No problem.
Yeah, perfect.
Morning, Salim. How's it going, bro? Thank you for coming down. So let's check out GDP JPY. So it looks like it's going pretty bullish over here. So looking on the daily, wow, I think daily could retrace this whole retracement from yesterday. I think it could come up back to 137. So we're gonna look at that morning. If we got anyone else from the group joining here, no, not yet. Okay, cool. So we know that the previous daily candle it closed at this support, right? So we did a retracement, but we closed at this level. So now the fact that this daily candle is coming back up does make me think whether we're going to retrace this whole previous candle. Now, when we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this was the high that price created at 137,300. Now at the same time we had this bearish move coming down, and obviously this was the support area that we've created, but this obviously is our most recent support on the 4-hour time frame over here, right? So this is 35,900. Now currently the 4-hour is approaching a resistance, which it looks like is tapping into. I'm pulling away from currently, so we're gonna maybe want to see what happens around this area here, because if we look left we can see once we break this 4-hour resistance we have a clean move coming up to retest this high. So we want to obviously go down to the smaller time frames and see how that goes. Can everyone hear me okay? Everything, it all sound good? Quality good on the stream? You guys in the YouTube can let me know. So yeah, looking on the 1-hour time frame, so we can see we had a previous support over here on the 1-hour time frame at 136,650. So ideally, maybe we're going to see a pullback to this area, a further support formed for a continuation. So if we look on the 1-hour, this was the high that was created as well. So we move this up now, and it's actually 137,400. Okay, you can hear me great. So this is the area that we want to be targeting if price is going to continue moving up, which it looks like it's going to, because it's pushed up quite a lot since the Asian session and from London Open. But we do have to take into consideration that we have a resistance right over here on the 1-hour time frame. So we're going to need to maybe potentially look for buys above this area, or if we can see a retracement and a support form, because right now I can't see a retracement candle apart from the current candle, but it hasn't closed yet. So let's go to the 30-minute. So when we look on the 30-minute time frame, I would even go as far as saying that currently we are reaching this previous support area over here at 136,900. So yeah, I think we can even bring this down a little bit, maybe around this area. Yeah, so I think a buy above this area will be good, but ultimately, we can see prices move pretty bullish. So it broke out of this range from the Asian session over here. Oh, we got Wooksy coming on. Wicked. So yeah, so it's broken out since the Asian range, and we've continued to push up, and obviously now we're reaching this area. So we're gonna want to see how we react to this area. But I think a support above 136,900, and then I think we can at least fill this range up over here. So let's mark this out and let's measure this range. So this is like a 25 pip range, so definitely a good enough range. And then again, once we break this area, then we have further clean traffic to retest that high on the 4 hours. So there's definitely room for you know, to take buys, but ideally what we want to see is either a pullback to this support, a support created for a continuation, or we want to potentially see, you know, a support above this area to continue moving up, because right now we would be buying into this area if we were to take a buy right now, right? We'd be buying into this area, so I would want to wait for some form of retracement. So like if this candle can come down, close bearish, and then we get a support formed, that would be good for a continuation push with pre-New York volume coming into the session. So I hope some guys on the YouTube have got some charts for me today. Can check out some charts. Morning, Kelsey. How's it going, mate?
Morning, mate. Yeah. Do you know what? It's one of those days. I just I took a loss, then got closed a winner in profits. So I was up for the day, and then when the 30-minute closed, I ended up taking a buy when I shouldn't have, and I got stung. So it's a lesson to be learned.
Which one? This one over here.
So yeah, I actually, with the volume that come in, I actually caught buys to the top of that candle.
On this candle here?
Right near, yeah.
Okay,
and then it closed above, and then I got, obviously it's to the left, there's a little area just further above to the left. I think it's reacting off there.
This area here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm done for the day. I'm just going to mark up my charts now and, you know what I mean, stop trading.
Yeah. Yeah, I think once you take the win, man, it's so important to just call it a day and take your profit, you know.
Yeah.
I think after a while, like once you get more experience, if you've already made profit and you've seen something happen and it's a good probable trade, then you can always put forward a portion of the profits to lose to make some more. But yeah, I think for just simple purposes and just to build the confidence of being profitable over a long, over a period of time, I would just say as soon as you take a win, just call it a day.
Yeah.
But anyone else still looking at GCAD, I would say we need a support formed above this area 1.71800 for any continuation. Because if we compare, right, we compare GCAD and GJ, right, so they both had this push up, right, and GCAD since London session hasn't had much of a push compared to GBP JPY, right, and that's because obviously at the moment they're both influenced by the pound, but GBP JPY is just influenced by the pound now, whereas coming into the market soon is going to be Canadian volume as well. So obviously we have to take that into consideration. So that's why we're maybe seeing it's more of a retracement. But I would say, yeah, we need a support formed above this area for GCAD to continue moving up. I want to see a retracement here on GJ to take a buy. Let's look at the 15-minute. So this was your area here on the 15-minute for a continuation once we got this breakout pre-London, and then a continuation there. So yeah, it looks like the 15-minute is doing a retracement now, which is good. So I'd probably just want to wait to see how this 30-minute candle closes. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Morning Finance, how's it going? It's a cool name. Let's check out gold. Let's look at gold. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, so looking on the daily, I think this daily candle could be creating like a liquidity top wick to continue moving down to this area here to the left hand side, this 1861 560. Looking on the 4 hour, we've created a support over here right now. So this is the support since the Asian session at 1877, and looks like gold is trying to come up over here, and we have obviously our resistance over here at 1915 750, and we could be approaching this area. That's why we looks like with this 4 hour is starting to pull back, but we'll see what that looks like on a smaller time frame. So when we go to the 1 hour, yeah, see, now that makes sense. So this was a previous support on the 1 hour time frame, and gold has come up and is closed above this 1 hour support. So again, what we want to see over here is just simply a support formed here once again, because then we can get further confirmation that we should continue moving up. And then we can see we have clean candles to the left hand side coming up to 1904. So we'll see how that one goes. Let's look at the 30-minute. Yeah, so I think a good conservative target is going to be this area here, 1901. So yeah, I think ideally we would want to wait for this 30-minute candle to close. If it can close bullish, then I think the next one should come up, fill the wick, and continue pushing up over here. So we'll see what happens there with gold. So yeah, we're gonna need to wait and see. Obviously, I was looking at this, this resistance as well, and then once we break this resistance, I suppose we do have this clean candle to the left. But I'm looking at this area as a previous support, and we have to identify the range. So the reason I'm not having my area marked up over here is because at the end of the day, this is your range. So we've tapped into this previous support over here a couple of times and we've rejected it, right? So this is obviously a strong level of support. So once we get above this, now I can anticipate the further push of this clean traffic probably coming up and tapping into this area somewhat, and then maybe we'll have some ranging going on for pre-New York, and then we'll get a further push later on in the session to come up and retest these highs. So definitely want to wait and see what happens. But see, you've got to feel momentum as well, right? You've got to feel the fact that we do have a lot of bullish momentum in the market right now. So what we see happen a lot is we want to wait for some form of 1 30-minute retracement candle. So if we get that, and let's say this candle closes as is, with volume, we may want to see price break the high of this candle and then push further up, fill in this range. So that's something I'm going to look at for an impulsive entry as well. Chart for you, H. Yep. Send in your charts. You can check that out. Yeah, see, like, look at this wick here on GCAD. Like, it broke the low, but if it closes above, it's respecting this area. Sent me. I can't see the chart in the chat. Yeah, I can't see it. Send it in the YouTube chat. I don't know. Yeah, send any. Oh, look at that on GCAD.
Yeah, wow. It's them wicks, isn't it?
Yeah, man. See, that's why I think GCAD is always a lot safer when you wait for a support to be formed, because then you potentially get these wicks out of the way, because it's generating that liquidity to push further up. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think GCAD could be a nice move. But this candle needs to close bullish, and then we have this clean counter left hand side. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. It may be reacting to this area, but I think what I've noticed with GCAD is at first, when there's not the push, it reacts to this area, and then it will do like a retracement, and then once the orders are formed again, it will push and break through that zone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll get broken. It just needs a bit more volume.
Yeah, yeah, that will come.
But yeah, once I took my second trade, I just knew that I should have got off the charts, but I didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But look, man, it takes time. You know,
Yeah.
you kind of sometimes. I'm not gonna say you've got to make these mistakes, but these mistakes are what make you realize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so
Yeah. They mould you, don't they? So.
yeah, exactly. Because look, I can tell people all the time, oh, you know, don't make those mistakes, but they'll still go and do it. But then once they do it, then they realize, oh, now I understand why it was telling me not to do it, because it's hurting my profit and loss. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of people need to realize things for themselves. It's the link power. Yeah, yeah. There's no link in the YouTube chat there, so send it in. Send in the link, and then I can check out your chart. But I think it's good as well, with the live stream and stuff. For guys in the group, it's gonna make it a whole lot easier if any of you guys are looking for trades, because we can have that, that dialogue on here. So let's check out Euro JPY.
Can I have a question regarding GCAD for
Yes.
1 second?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. The current candle, 30-minute, it closed bearish, obviously, but when we look at the M15, we have like some kind of, let's say, false break downwards, and then the next candle came back above the resistance, and at the same time we have higher high, higher lows. So I'm thinking of, if the next 15-minute candle closes with again higher high, higher low, what do you think of an entry then?
Well, I was just about to say that I think the entry would be on
This is pushing.
on the impulse, but I mean that's a riskier trade. The best look, here's the thing, right? This is where you gotta just experience will come into it. So the fact this candle didn't close bullish, it's hard to take a buy, right? Because you don't have a candle closing in your direction. But then you have this you have the fact that these two candles, they closed above this area, right? So it gets pretty difficult to take a buy. But then if you look at the 15-minute, I hear what you're saying about it being a false breakout. But remember, the 15-minute is a weaker time frame confirmation, right?
Yeah, okay.
So ideally, that's where you have to look at your rules, or you have to, create a rule and say, well, the most probable trade is going to be if I wait for the 30-minute candle to close in my direction. Okay. Now the impulsive entries on trades on the 30-minute, they are a lot riskier, right? Because as you can see, it's broken the high, and now it's starting to do a retracement. So when it comes to the impulse entries, you need to almost see that happen a lot, right? So for someone like you, I would say if you see this 30-minute candle close bullish, or you wait for, I don't know, wait for this next 15-minute candle to close, you're at least putting more confirmations in place. And then if you miss it, because let's say this 30-minute candle comes up, you're going to remember for next time that, okay, well this was the structure on the 15-minute time frame. So if I see that structure again, but the 30-minute hasn't closed in my direction, I can then potentially look for that impulsive. But you have to see it happen. You have to see it happen because otherwise you're not going
Yeah.
to understand how they work and how to manage the trade as it's happening. Because where would you put your stop loss? Your stop loss would be too aggressive below the current candle because it's still open. And then your stop loss is going to be, 15, 16 pips below the low of this candle. But I think, yeah, ideally either wait for the 30-minute, 15-minute, but right now just watch the market structure because look, now we're starting to come down after breaking that high. This is where GCAD can get very volatile, and this is always why I say, you know, it's better to stick to maybe one pair because of these things. You want to learn how your pair works. Like Kelsey will tell you that GCAD is very wiki, and when it comes to impulse entries, they're a lot harder than other pairs to execute on. So yeah, I would just say
Yeah, GCAD's very difficult, especially when it wicks up. It'll break the high or break the low, and then to continue the opposite direction. So you just got to be careful.
yeah, look at
Yeah, I started to observe this pair when you actually said that you observe it. I felt very jealous. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it is difficult, and I only look at this pair, and that's it. And I'm still trying to figure out what it does sometimes.
yeah. Okay, thanks. Anyway,
yeah,
for the
no worries.
explanation.
Oh, he sent the link. No, I can't see it in the YouTube. Okay.
You need to send the link with you need to send the link with like some kind of writing next to it, because otherwise I was doing that the other day and it didn't come through. If you just put the link and that's it.
Okay. Yeah. What writing?
Like just like a full stop or anything like next to the chart, like, do you know what I mean? So it's not just the chart and that's it. It's just got to be like,
Okay, yeah, Munch on Forex, if you heard that, just post the small link to this, that bit where we can see the chart, and then just send a bit of writing in the same afterwards, and I'll copy that. Sorry, I can't copy it from Instagram. He showed me a photo on Instagram. He did send it in the chat, but it's not coming up. Yeah, see, GJ came up over here, broke the high while we was talking, but it's pulled back right now. So I think I'm gonna wait for the minute. Yeah, let's check out Euro JPY. Euro JPY looks good to continue bullish. I think we need either this candle to close bullish over here though. Let me have this clean candle to the left hand side. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, but if you send it in the YouTube, if you work out how to do it, then I'll take a look. Ooh, see, gold did not form a support. Candle did not close bullish. This is why, yeah, this is why we're gonna wait for the candle to close. Ah, perfect, we got it. Okay, so if this candle closes weak bearish, I'm going to take an impulse entry if we break the high. Alternatively, a pullback and support forming to retest the high is another option I'm looking at. Yep, definitely. Clean counter left. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was just looking at this area, but yeah, that makes sense. I think it's important because the fact that this candle's closed bearish, maybe we are going to get a pullback to this support where we want to wait for a bullish candle confirmation to come up and retest the high. Or you could look for, once we get down in this area, if we respect this area and then we get a bullish candle break the high of, say the last bearish candle at this support level could be a good catalyst to retest the high. So these are all things that have happened before. So yeah, makes sense. Ooh, gold's coming down. The 15-minute. Yeah, I think I want to see a candle close above this area here to take a buy. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna wait for. But it must be good to like come on and chat, and because I find it very, like, when I'm trading, if I'm not like talking to anyone, it can obviously get a little bit, I would say, boring, but you know, it's nice to be able to talk to other people and you know, share ideas.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, this is gonna be good for all of us, I think.
Oh, definitely.
And obviously the people watch on YouTube as well. It's like another, you know, because during the, like, you know, I know Monty's streaming now, but within like an hour and a half, you have an area where it's just going to be you on.
Yeah, exactly.
So people can get ready for New York with you. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and to be honest, I think, you know, I'm building my own following. So if people wanna, you know, come and watch my stream, they will. If they don't, they won't. So
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like Euro JPY, once it broke the high of this previous bearish candle, starting to push up. See, these are impulse entries, right? This is an example of an impulse entry, but you have to see it happen time and time again to know how to execute, because it's the most risky form of entry. But it's a good entry when there's momentum. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna wait for this 30-minute. I'm not yeah. Or at least wait for this 15-minute candle to close. Does my mic sound like I'm very far away, or does it sound alright? Need to get a new mic. Yeah, people will join with time. I was gonna say, you know, imagine the Zoom. It wouldn't accept my card to upgrade. It kept declining it for some reason. Just a like error or something. Thinking 15-minute 30 could just fly. Yeah, I think you'd want to wait for the 15-minute first, because I don't trust it right now. Because if you look at it from, say, this area, like this resistance, because this was a resistance, then it's done a fake out. But if you look at it from this support, it hasn't closed above there yet. So this may be what it's struggling to get back above. So I think what I'm going to do for the group is, obviously I do the pre-market breakdown, But one thing I'm going to do is do the live stream. People can come on and watch, the analysis, and then when I come off the stream, I'll do the pre-market breakdown, but for the rest of the day, so the New York and NYSE. So basically, all the analysis for the day is for like the pre-London, not pre-London, sorry, from the London session is done on the live stream. With that momentum, I don't think GJ will do a deep pullback. Yeah, I mean it depends, because you have to remember it's the last 16 minutes of the 4 hour. So realistically, if the 4 hours closing above this area, that's all good, so it looks good. But we are going to have to see the next 4 hour potentially, create some form of bottom wick or something like that. But I would just not. I wouldn't say it's a good idea to enter a trade in the last 15 minutes of the 4 hour. Unless I saw like really strong momentum and like there's that odd chance you get that push, but it's broken the high and it's pulling back. What I always want to see, what I like to see when a candle breaks the high is it creates some form of bottom wick first, right? So the first half of the candle is going in the opposite direction, and then the second half of the candle starts to push up, and then it breaks the high. That's where that momentum feeling comes into play to push price higher. But right now it's done the first thing first, and now it's pulling back. So you don't want to get caught that the momentum is getting created to do a retracement. So yeah, or I want to see a support above. What price is that? 136. Yeah, I think I'll only start looking for sells once we break 136, 630. So we'll put that there. Yeah, definitely want to wait for this candle to close over here. Really important. Let's look at gold. Yeah, see, hopefully we can get a bullish candle close on gold to continue moving up to retest the high with this clean traffic. Ooh, see, look at GCAD now, Kelsey.
Yeah, like to be honest, like on the higher time frames, it just seems like we're gonna end up coming down.
Yeah, I mean, once we break this support, we have a clean move to the left-hand side. So
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get this morning. That's where I took my first loss.
I was it on an impulsive sell.
Yeah, there was no volume though, so I ended up just closing out.
Yeah, I think a lot of times that works. So my rule is, if the first impulse entry doesn't work, wait for a close. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
right now, when price was in this range, you was expecting the volume to break this area, but it didn't. So when that happens, it's best to wait for a close. Now, you would have got stitched over here because it closed up above this area. So maybe it's good what happened really, because you could have potentially taken 2 losses had you waited for the next close. But that's just my rule.
Yeah, it was definitely a risky second entry because obviously it's another impulse, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is another impulse, but it worked out. So you just have to look at that.
Yeah.
That it played out, and yeah, that's the main thing. It's just all about being sustainable as well. First time watching, been watching you since you're on the stream with Paul. Great to see you've got your own session. Thank you very much. Yeah, I really enjoy it, to be honest. I take a lot of confidence in like what I do and how I look at things. So yeah, I enjoy it. Some people obviously don't have full confidence, and even if I'm wrong, I'm still confident in my analysis. I just have to look at what maybe I didn't see, and then you just get more confident that way. Right, let's break down the FTSE over here. I haven't broken that down today. So let's see what that daily candle closed back in the range. So almost did a fake out over here on the daily. So I think this should continue moving down on the FTSE. So we'll see. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, see the 4 hour tried to break above this resistance there, but it's doing a retracement now. It's actually pulling right back from this area. So it could continue down. I think the next 4 hour, if it can break the low over here, should continue down. But it's still got an hour left to close there. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame because 4 hours is a bit messy. So looking on the 1 hour, we are tapping into this support at 5926. And yeah, it does look like we've rejected this area over here as a resistance. So once we break this support on the 1 hour, we have clean candles to the left hand side coming down to this next support area at 5894. So let's mark that out over there. Let's look on the 30-minute to see if we have any other problems. Not so much, but then I suppose a more conservative target is going to be this area here. So let's mark that out. Yeah, I think the buys get pretty difficult because look at this whole rejection area, and you know there's multiple resistance. So I think if this support holds over here, then you know it should continue moving up to retest the high. Otherwise, if it breaks below the support, it may correct some of this move from the Asian session, that push we had. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see there. Let's look at GJ. So GJ's got 9 minutes to close. Candle's closing bullish. So yeah, ideally I want it to close above 136,900. But there is a case if it can close bullish and then the next one breaks the high over here, that also may be a good momentum push. But we need to wait for this candle to close. That's very important. Look at the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, because the 1 hour is still open. The 1 hour's got 8 minutes. So again, this could be like an impulsive move on the 1 hour time frame. Because if you look on the 1 hour, we're at this resistance. Ooh. Yeah, do you know what it was? It was actually yesterday. We got more followers. We got more people watching the stream once other London session streams are finished. So, but no, we'll even if there was 5 people watching, I'll still give my time to those 5 people. Minutes. I think I'm gonna make a drink while I wait for this candle to close. Let's check out. Yeah, so Euro JPY buys played out. I don't know if anyone caught those buys. I think the best entry would have been the break of the high over here with the momentum. But that was a nice break and retest from pre-London over there.
This is exactly the place where I took buys. This is the happiest day in my entire career.
You caught this move?
Yes, I'm in buys already, still.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. Are you holding?
Yes, I closed like 80-90% of my position. First closure was right there where you
Here?
have, no, above.
This area?
Yes, this area. The second closure was where we have support created now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, exactly here,
Wow.
and I'm still holding some very small portion of the position.
Oh,
But
wow.
when I saw that, yay!
Yeah, that is that's a great move there. Oh wow, the runner should be up like 50 pips right now.
No. On
Yes,
that pair
exactly.
as well.
Yeah,
Exactly
that
50
was
That's
pips.
great. Well done.
yeah, especially once we break out of this area.
Yeah,
When
then
we
we have
look,
a clean area probably for buys. Another.
yes, yeah, we have this next area maybe up over here.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that was an excellent trade. Well done.
Thank
See,
you. Thank you.
it feels good, man, doesn't it? It feels good. That's why you got to be patient and wait for good setup. See, this was a good setup. You know, you had a
Yes.
breakout. You waited, you know, and you had this clean counter left hand side, and it mirrored that whole move down. So patience does pay in this game. So well done, yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
to be honest, I am not patient person, but but this time I told myself, man, you have to wait for some support.
Yeah.
I don't wait for support to create or resistance to be created, but this time I waited. I
Mm,
saw on M15 two candles, some small support, but I knew that if we break the highs,
mm,
we're gonna be clear.
Perfect.
Yeah,
So yeah, see, look at GJ right now. It's coming down into weight.
Yeah, GCAD's about to break this support as well.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
But yeah, man. So I think the fact you've got that winning trade, I would just say my best advice to you would be don't give the profits back to the market. Let's wait to see how this runner, you know, if you can get further, and then call it a day, and then go and enjoy the rest of your day, and come back and do the same thing tomorrow. That's
go on the beach, lie.
yes, go to the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a question about GCAD, Wilksy. This pair
Yeah.
seems to be very choppy recently for 1 or maybe 2 weeks. It is normal behavior of that pair?
Yeah, well, if you look on like the higher time frames, like even like the weekly and the monthly, we're in just in like a huge range.
Mm.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, at the moment, in the last few weeks, if you look on like the 4 hour, it's been very, very choppy, and there hasn't really been much clean movement, really. So it does make it difficult.
Damn, really. I'm trying all the time to find some space, but I can't.
Yeah, it's a tough pair, man.
Yeah, I think so. When it used to be trending on the daily time frame, GCAB was just because I used to watch it. Then it was well, not easy, but it was it moved like GJ. You know, it respected levels. It didn't wick you out as much because it was a trending pair. But ever since it's been consolidating in that huge range, it's just made market conditions a lot more choppy. So yeah. But I know once that breakout comes on the hard time frames, it's gonna be payday for Kelsey.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah, see gold's coming down over here. If gold closes bearish, then it should continue moving down, maybe correct some of this move. So we'll see what happens.
Looks like GJ is probably preparing for some pullback.
Yeah, yeah. See, it's always when I see a pullback, I'm not worried. I'm like, okay, this is good. Because now if I get a pullback, we're gonna be able to wait for a candle in our direction, and we're gonna take a buy. It's that simple. So, you know, it's almost like you're just visualizing it in your head, what you're already seeing. So you can see the current pattern, and you're like, okay, well, this is what I want to see happen now, and then I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm executing. If you can't visualize it, then it's just gonna make it a whole lot harder to execute on the trade. Oh, the zoom's gone. Yeah, I need to get that. I need to get that sorted out. Let's get them back in. Yeah, for some reason it's annoying because it said that it was an error with my card. get them back in. Okay. Yeah, I'll sort that out for tomorrow. Yeah, probably go get a drink in a minute. Anyone else got any charts they want to send in and share? Any questions? Ooh. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's I need to upgrade the Zoom. I went to do it last night and it came up with like an error code, and it was like change a new card, and I'm like, well, that's the only card I've got, so that don't make sense. So yeah, I'm gonna have to refresh it today and see if that works. Kels, I was talking to Michael last night. He said he's going to come on and jump on the mics for the live stream.
Yeah, nice.
Soon. That'll be good.
Yeah, I was wondering if he's doing any like back testing or anything, because he said he was looking at EJ, I think.
Yeah, he looks at EJ. Yeah, I think he's doing some back testing. But like I said to him, is that, don't feel pressured to have to like rush. Just you can take it real baby steps if you really want to. So that's really important. Ooh,
So yeah, GCAD's broken below, but it hasn't really got a bottom wick.
Oh really?
So
yeah, I guess let's check it out.
It's a bit. And then the 4 hours kind of closed with like no bottom wick either. It's quite hard to call.
Yeah. See, again, my other rule is if a candle closes with no bottom wick, it's probably best to just wait for like a minor resistance, because then if this next candle pops up and then it closes like a bearish candle again with a wick in the direction, you could then anticipate the next one to continue down. 1 second, let me just check out this chart over here. Okay, wait for solid 30-minute support to form. Avoid impulse entries. Would you not consider buys, or is that because of the 30-minute resistance? Yeah, I think you do need to be aware of this area here, because it is still like a minor zone. So if you look, that's where we're reacting to right now. Okay, so volume can't break us above this level right now. That's why we're seeing this pullback, right? So yeah, like you say, right, you want to wait for 30-minute support. So ideally, the best place for a support would be this area. Now, say that doesn't happen and we just end up breaking above. You know that once price breaks above this area, you have this clean candle to the left hand side. So you would then want to either catch this move, or you're waiting for this pullback to catch this move back up to this high. But yeah, I would definitely be aware of this area. This is a previous support and a resistance. It's that 1 hour resistance as well. So yeah, I would definitely be aware of that area, because what you don't want is, say, like a bullish candle to close at this area and then you're kind of buying into this resistance. So at that point, I would just wait for something above this area, because then I know that you can have stops below this area for price to continue pushing to the next resistance. So that's all I would say on that one. But apart from that, it's still a good idea. Just little tweaking, little things, but you'll get used to it. Yeah, still waiting over here. This trading's a lot of waiting involved. See, gold should continue moving down, but it could easily come back up above this area. Ooh. FTSE closed bullish, so this one may come down, create like a liquidity wick, and then continue pushing up.
Yeah, GCAD's dropping.
Is it?
Just pushed a bit, yeah.
Oh yeah. The only thing is about GCAD is this has already happened in the first 4 minutes. So, I mean, is it gonna come back up?
Yeah, true. It hasn't fully came back to this level to retest it yet.
Yeah. See what happens. Yeah, see, impulsive buy is going to be too big of a stop loss at this area. So yeah, I'm just going to wait to see a bullish candle in my direction. Right, I'm going to go make a drink. I'll be back in a few minutes. So GJ.
Hello, hello.
Yo. So GJ is coming down over here. Euro JP. Oh, Euro JPY is still going. Still pushing up.
Let it fly.
Yeah.
Fly away.
Man, you're gonna have
I would even sing Lenny Kravitz song.
Oh man. Gold coming down. GCAD. Oh, GCAD is still bearish. How did the 15-minute close? The 15-minute candle close bearish. Yeah, man, that is the move for the day. With Euro JPY, look at that. So if it hits 124.820, that would mean a 70 pip trade. Wow.
This bear should have put some, paper note, like a paper note at hotels at the door. Do not disturb.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had some buys on GJ in the Asian session that I thought I would leave to run at break even, see where it went, but I got stopped out. My buys were down over here.
Do you trade Asian session every day? Every night, actually?
So what I usually do is in the evenings, so when it's the Asian session, I'll do like the webinars and stuff like that for the group, and then I will like have the charts and I will check out the Asian session, but I mean I don't actually take that many trades. I only take something on the Asian session if I like it, and after watching the Asian session for a long while now, I kind of see where good setups can happen. So my idea here was that we create a support once we create a high, and that that was the continuation, but it came up to this area and it just didn't have the volume, so it obviously stopped me out. And then imagine if we didn't have this pullback, I could have rid this whole move and woke up to some nice profit, but that's just how it goes.
Yeah. How do you assess the Asian session? I mean, I watched the few webinars with Trading with Paul, and it seems like the Asian session is so slow. I would die there, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's got less volume. I'd say that when there's volume coming into the market, you can immediately tell, and it does move a lot quicker. But I mean, it's not. I don't think it's the pace of the candles. I think it's more the movement, right? Because we see this. Look, this is the London session move, right? But this was the move from the Asian session. So it's like there's less of a push, right? But within the volume of the candle, it can still move fairly quick, and look. I'm a big believer you can make money in any trading session. You just have to learn how that session works. Like once you had this bearish candle close, I would immediately think, well, it's the Asian session, so that means it's probably going to come back down and retest this support because it's probably going to range. So there's definitely trading opportunities there. Definitely.
Okay.
But if you're trading London, I would just say just just stick to London and just master it. Gold is dropping over here, so I think it should continue moving down back to the support. But I think if you're looking for buys on gold, you definitely need to see a bullish candle close in your direction, because right now it is just bearish. Man, GJ's moving slow over here.
Like an Asian.
Yeah, feels like a mini Asian session. You're right about that one.
Maybe I woken up too early.
Yeah. So Greg, where are you from?
From Poland, the country that UK people love very much.
So you live in Poland, or you just from Poland originally?
No, I live in Poland.
Oh, cool.
To be honest, I'm 39, and like 14 years ago, I spent half of year in UK.
Oh, nice.
At Cumbria area. Very, very beautiful area, to be honest. I liked it very much. By the way, I love mountains, so to be honest, this was a perfect place for me.
Yeah.
I loved it. Near in Ambleside, to be specific.
Nice.
After that, I came back to Poland. That was my plan, and just to travel a bit after I finished studying. I traveled a bit and then went to UK, to Cumbria, spent half a year in there, came back to Poland and started to work at my how to say that, some language barrier, sorry. At this what I was studying printing industry.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started working. I moved a few times in the Poland from one city to another. Finally, I came to my original city. I live in Łódź. Foreign people might call it Lodz. It is exactly in the middle of Poland. And I live here. I'm still working, so I'm a partial trader. Let's say I'm still learning. As I written earlier, I spent 2 years on swing trading mostly. But my personality, I'm really impatient person, so I couldn't stand the swing trading, to be honest. I felt like an Asian session. It worked so slow. I couldn't wait the results. I had to wait. I was trading on daily time frames, mostly. So I waited like 1-2 weeks for some results. Damn, it was so boring, and I started to interested in scalping. So I started to search on the internet how to scalp. I found some streams, Monty streams and Raquel streams, and it seemed like okay, this might be something that I like. I started to understand quite quick this is what is happening. And that's basically that's my whole story.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's wicked, man.
Yeah. I'm working, but currently I'm not working. I broke the leg, so that's why I'm available, and that's why I'm available on during the whole day actually. Yeah, it was, I went on holiday 3 weeks ago. We spent 2 weeks on holiday, quite active, like riding bicycles, hiking in the mountains. Then we came back on Saturday. On Monday, I decided to do some training on the bicycle. And on the straight road, I broke a Then,
oh man, that must have hurt.
yeah, but yeah, that's fine. I'm waiting until it gets how to say that, grown. Not sure if that's correct word.
Repaired? You mean like?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I'm waiting for another 6 weeks until it's done, and then I'm coming back work, and after that I'm trading. But sometimes during the work I'm trying to observe the charts as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, obviously it's not cool that you broke your leg, but at least you get time to do some trading. So
yeah,
that's good. But what are you gonna do when you go back to work?
I'm working home office, so from home, so it is quite good situation, to be honest. For me, I have some time to look into the charts. I have the time to do my work, so I feel quite comfortable with this. But I still want to learn. So during my work, if I have a time to look into the charts, I'm doing that. If I don't have a time, I'm just not doing that, and I'm looking into the charts after the work. But still, definitely, I'm looking into the chart basically every day. Doesn't matter if it's a London or if it's a New York session. I don't watch the Asian session. I'm trying to sleep then. That's how I do.
Awesome.
Yeah. What about you? You're working as well, yes, and trading.
So I do like a couple of other things part time, but they're more like in the evenings now. So before I was like working in the days full time, and then I got to a point where I was reducing down to part time, and then now I just help out with like the family business, and then I do my trading during the day and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, not again.
Yeah, it seems like you're quite active in the night. I was going to ask you if you sleep, man.
No, I do get to sleep. I probably get only like 6 hours sleep, but I enjoy it. No, honestly, a lot of people my age, they love their sleep, but me, I'm just like, nah, just get what I need, and then I'm up. I like being productive and getting things done. So
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man. But no, I usually go to bed at like half one in the morning, and then I'm up by 8:30. So yeah, about 6 hours.
All right.
What's going on, Ash? Yep, we're streaming here every day now. So if there's not another stream that you wanna go to, then come on down. So it looks like we've got that retracement on GJ. I think it would have been pretty hard to take a sell, but looks like it came down to this area. Oh no, I do obviously love my sleep, but I mean, yeah, of course I love my sleep. On the weekends I have my lay-ins, but during the week I'm just like, right, Monday to Friday, just bear it. You know what I mean? Just gotta get what you gotta do done, and then your weekends at least you can have a little bit of rest. You know what I mean? My Sunday, of course, I'm not getting out of bed early on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Still waiting for this support over here on GJ.
So if the current candle closes bullish, would you take buys then?
Yeah, so basically, as long as it closes above this area, as long as it's a strong 30-minute candle, because obviously, you know, you have situations where, like, see this candle here? I don't know if you can see my cursor, but
yes,
you see this candle, right? So as the price is coming down, it did create a support, but it's a very weak candle, and we had a massive rejection to the upside. At that point, you may see. Here's the thing, right? These are a couple of things that can happen, but this is just what I've seen, right? So if this move is gonna get corrected, we could form a support here, but if it's a weak bullish candle with the potential new bearish momentum coming into the market, because remember now that we've got pre-New York volume coming in, so if that's the case and this support isn't going to hold, or we close very weak, then there's a potential that, you know, price could just continue pushing further down and correct this move. But if we get a strong bullish candle close at this area as support, at that point then I would have the confirmation to take a buy to retest the high over here that we created from the London session.
Yeah, so basically all is about assessing the candle, if it is weak or strong.
Yes, exactly. You know, yeah, exactly that. You just want to make sure that it's a strong candle, good confirmation, and then you're going to feel much more confident taking a buy than having a very weak bullish candle close, because then if let's say we have a candle close like something like this, where we have a weak body, a long tail to the upside, and a tail to the, like a small tail to the downside, right? That is what I would consider a weak bullish candle. Now, people might take a buy over here, and then the next candle, right, does something like this, where it starts to drop, and then people start doubting their analysis, because what they do is they see price coming down, breaking the lows, and they're like, immediate close the buys, open up a sell. Now, if this next candle then does a retracement, you know, as you can, they're gonna be screwing themselves. So that's why I say you just gotta wait for good confirmations. Make sure we get a nice strong bullish candle close. Like right now, this candle has no bottom wick. I know it's just open, so that's why we just want to completely wait for the candle to do its thing, close, and then finally we can look to take our trade.
Okay.
This 30 minute is very key, because it's gonna do one or two things. Is either going to close above this area, which is now going to increase our probabilities to take buys, or this candle is creating a top wick to drop into this zone, right? It's going to drop into this area. Now, if it does so, and we can form a minor resistance, now at that point, I can say, okay, well, the probability for sells is going to be a lot higher, right? To continue moving down. So
yep.
These are the couple of things. This is where the patience is hopefully going to pay off. if we can try and catch something nice. Would you take the buy if it breaks the high of the week candle? It depends, because look at this candle now. This is where the high is, and if we measure this coming up, yeah, that's like 10 pips, but we don't know where the bottom wick is going to be. So let's say the bottom wick's around this area, stop's going to be pretty big. So yeah, I think it depends. Yeah, it completely depends. Ideally, I just want to see this candle close like a fair bullish candle, and then I would expect price to continue moving up. That's the main thing. I think we'll assess it as the candle closes, and then it's going to be a lot easier to be able to determine how I would, go about that trade. I'll tell you what, it's going to be much easier. For those of you in the Zoom, I'm just going to end it and start a new one now quick, because it says it's going to cut out in 3 minutes, so I might just do that quickly, and then that one's done. Alright, I'll add you back in 2 secs. Alright. It gets annoying having to do this, but for some reason it just doesn't want to accept my card right now. Yeah, I'm gonna sort this out for tomorrow, because it's getting irritating having to do this. Yep, no problem. Gold. Okay, so gold is coming down, but I think if we can see a bullish candle form, it'd be a good idea to come up to retest the high. Ooh, so GCAD did go bearish. This looks like it's creating a liquidity wick to continue moving down. But we'll see.
EJ is still fighting.
Oh wow, yeah, see that candle, it did a retracement, so I think, yeah, we'll see. I have to see where this candle closes. But even so, I think that your runner is it's in a good position. So I mean, of course, it's up to you. Like, at what point you secure more profits, but I'll just be aware that it's important to keep securing as much as possible, because
this is my Mike Tyson of the day.
Yes, that is 100. It is definitely. Yeah, I need to get myself like a banner and all that sorted out for the live stream on the Streamlabs, but I have no idea how to do all that sort of thing. So, whew. If anybody's got any charts, feel free to send them over. Check out the 15-minute. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute candle to close, but we may miss it. It may just keep pushing, and at that point I'll be looking for buys above 136,900 at that point. So Greg, how you liking the group so far?
Yeah, I watched all of the webinars. You have plenty
great.
materials.
Oh yeah.
You have plenty materials in there. Some breakdowns, webinars, preparing for another sessions, trade breakdowns, etc. So there's really lots of materials to watch and to learn. So I like that very much. Um, this is very big value, but for me personally, something that I have people to talk,
Yeah.
This current stream is also very, very important for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can exchange information, ask
Mm.
questions, etc. Previously, I didn't have that, so I was only myself struggling with my thoughts: enter or not to enter, enter or not to enter. Yeah.
I know.
So
Yeah. No.
I
Definitely.
liked it very.
Oh, good. No, I'm glad. Yeah, definitely now the live stream is on. It gives people, in the group, a chance to come on and talk and I can audibly go talk to them about analysis and things like that. So it's pretty good. As the group gets bigger, of course, like people will give you advice in the chat as well. So that's another thing. So as it grows, it'll be pretty good. So
even sometimes some kind of maybe stupid. It is not for me stupid question, but about how to assess the candle, if it's worth of trade or if it's not worth of trade.
Mm-hmm.
Like 5 minutes ago, we spoken about this current candle on GJ. Yeah. So it is very needed, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
Oh,
thanks.
Good. No, good. Just double checking, mate. Yeah, I think we could miss this move here on GJ, but I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute because this 15-minute still open, and the next one could do like a pullback. So yeah, I'm just gonna focus on the 30-minute. But if we miss it, we miss it. Then we'll wait for buys above this area. Yeah, looks like we're gonna miss this move over here that we've waited an hour and a half for.
Yeah. I started to scalp, and anyway, it looks like swing trading.
Yeah, man.
I'm waiting. No, joking. Obviously, this is the part of the game.
Yeah, but we still got time. We got a whole other volume session of volume coming in. So
yes, at least this takes like 1-2 hours, not 1-2 weeks.
Did you see EJ?
Yeah, baby. Come on.
Nearly come up to that next target. See if the next 15-minute can. Oh wow, EJ is super strong today.
Yeah, this is my Mike Tyson. Come on, EJ.
Yeah, the buys were down over here originally, and then if you missed that move on the 30-minute, this was the next area, or you'd have to have gone to your smaller time frames, which maybe around here. There was like a slight pullback, but I think it was pretty hard to catch these buys here. But above that support on the 30-minute, that was the best good opportunity.
This is something that I became maybe a bit more confident at this point, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really, Today in the morning I was struggling with myself, man, enter or not to enter again, the same battle in mind.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I decided to wait for some small sort of support and take.
Yeah, man, looks like that super target over here is going to be reached soon.
GCAD is doing a pullback most likely.
Yeah, yeah, I think this 30 minutes is creating this top wave to continue moving down personally, but we'll see. Look at the 15. Yeah, or it could be doing a retracement. Yeah, you're right. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I mean the streams are gonna take time to build, people coming down and watching, but these things take time.
How many people are watching now?
22 people watching now.
And yesterday was less or more?
Yesterday was less. Yesterday was like 12.
Come on, people, bring someone.
Yeah, man. Anybody willing to share? Much appreciated. Okay. So I'd like to see this candle close something as is would be nice. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the webinars that are up now, that's only about half of what will be up soon. I'm just having a problem with my computer at the moment. It's not a problem, but it's basically doubled the size of every file. And on the Discord you can only upload like 100 megabyte file. And most of the webinars are more than 100 megabytes now, whereas on my previous computer they were a lot smaller. So when I can figure that out, we're going to have a lot more webinars being uploaded your way, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, but are your files the same format?
Well,
I mean,
what?
MP4, for example, or?
Oh, well, no, they're like Windows 10 video.
Okay.
So I don't know how to like maybe change it to make the like actual file smaller. I'll have to test some things out, but yeah, so it says type of files an MP4. So I'll put this one up for example, right? This was the Asian session, pre-Asian session from last night. It's like a 12-minute video, and it takes up 52 megabytes, and my limit is 100. So
okay.
I wonder if there's anything I can change to like stop them being so.
Maybe to use some other program. I used to work with Bandicam program, and it saves files based on MP4, which is really, really good. It is not very heavy.
Okay, I've just changed it to Windows Media Player. Let's see if that made a difference. No, that doesn't even make a difference. 9 minutes over here. Come on, GJ. Gold is also creating that support. So I think if gold creates this minor support, I think it should continue moving bullish over here.
Yeah, yesterday day candle is without bottom wick. Yeah.
What on the
Yeah,
gold?
just on gold, yes. Just a comment.
Yeah, it's got a very small bottom wick, but I'm looking at this right. You know, we had this small uptrend, and then boom, we just broke all of this market structure. So I think gold should continue moving bearish, but you know, from a scalping perspective, you know, we had a high created retracement forming a support. So I think I think gold should continue moving up. You know, because obviously you got to think within an intraday, it can, you know, retest this level and then start to dump later on in the session. So yeah, I would just have higher time frames in the back of your mind, but all, you know, the smaller time frames make up those higher time frames. So
Yeah, exactly.
oh, still waiting over here. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get guests on Fridays as well. Would be good.
Wow, what guest?
I don't know. I haven't thought about this week. I might just start it from next week because it's a bit late notice to maybe ask someone to come on. But
Like Cindy Crawford?
oh, I don't know who that is.
Supermodel.
Oh,
Maybe.
oh yeah, we could get a supermodel.
Some kind of guest.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. If price breaks below, you mentioned you would wait for a retest. Would the retest be a 30-minute resistance or just a wick entry on the 30-minute? I think personally, because the fact that, you know, we've got to look at price structure, we're in an uptrend right now. I think I would wait for a minor resistance because I mean, yeah, it depends. It depends where this candle closes because this current candle is still open. Now, if it comes down and closes, I don't know, maybe something like this with a, you know, with a wick. Well, no, it can't because the top wick's over here. So if it does, okay, let's say it does close like down over here, keeping the same sort of wick distance. Stop's going to be way too big. Stop's going to have to be over here. So I would then want to just wait for like a minor resistance to be formed because then hopefully we can get a much better stop loss maybe around here to continue moving downwards. I don't want to have my stop right above this area, it's going to be pretty difficult to take a sell at that point, because if we just measure this one candle, yeah, see, that's nearly going to be a 20 pip stop loss, and it hasn't even closed below this area. So even below this area, stop's going to be above 20 pips. So at that point, I definitely would want to see a resistance formed. But I mean, this kind of hasn't closed. It may just want to come down, create a bottom wick, and then come up and close bullish. So let's see where it closes, and then we can assess it from there. But I mean, if it does continue pushing down, it's just part of the game. You know, you can't control that. You could have only anticipated the move, but then you have to be willing to, you know, risk your capital on that. So I would want to be more safe with my capital, and I would want to wait for a minor resistance or for a support at this area. So let's wait and see. Gold did a pullback as well. The Dow is just consolidating right now, so we need to wait for a break out of this consolidation. So this would be a good target for sells. If we have this clean traffic to the left hand side, this is the point at which price broke up, created support to continue pushing up. So this would be our target for sales. 100% thanks, man. Yeah, I seem to get confused with that. I was thinking waiting for 30-minute resistance, you would miss the move, but I guess that comes with experience and patience. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the worst thing you want to do is rush into a trade because you think it's going down, but the stop loss is too big. That's one of the worst things I think you could do. You don't want to force it, and especially if you're using a bigger stop loss, you need to obviously put that into your risk. So if you're using the same risk just because you want to catch the move, and you're just going to say, okay, well, it shouldn't come up and break that because I'm so confident that it's going to play out, you know, you have to be willing to accept the outcome, whether it's a win or a loss. So yeah, I just want to always look to play the safer game, and you know, don't put myself in a position to let the market beat me up. That's it. Obviously not physically, but you know what I mean. And taking an impulse entry against the trend would be tricky. Yeah, it is tricky and it's very risky. So that's why we need to wait. 100%. But I think if this candle closes as is in this 1 minute, I think we should be good to continue moving up. We have a support formed on the 30-minute, so I think as long as we keep our stop loss below this area, if the candle closes a fair strong within the next minute, then I think we should continue up. But I want it to close somewhat a little bit stronger than it is now. Hello, brother. I hope you're fine. Yes, I'm doing very well. I hope you're doing well as well. Doing well as well. Yeah, see, if it closes very weak as is, there is a possibility that we could, you know, break these lows and continue down, but that would be a very risky sell. So yeah, we'll see. Wait 30 seconds over here. Look at the 15-minute. this is closing way too weak for me to take a buy. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that close.
Too weak.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weak bullish close over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, EJ officially closes above.
Let's check it out. Oh wow. Yeah, it should continue moving up at this point. Man, what a trade. I wish I caught that move. So gold closed bullish as well. So we do have a support formed on gold. So hopefully gold can continue moving up. It was a bit of a weak close. Did break the low and the high. So maybe want to see one more candle in our direction. GJ. Look at the 15-minute. Yeah. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait over here. Yeah, I mean, like in principle, it should continue pushing up, but I think it's a bit of a risky trade. Let's check out the 1 hour. Yeah, see it's the new 1 hour candle as well. So let's see, because I don't want it to like start popping up and then coming down, breaking the lows.
You know, maybe the next 15-minute candle, if it closes above the, let's call it resistance on 15 minutes, maybe there will be a chance to enter.
Yeah.
But it's still risk to reward, like maybe 1-to-1.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I think. See, I'm looking at this from the market structure, and I mean we do have these lower high points, right? And these lower low points, right?
Yes, yes.
But right now we've broken this like minor structure, right? Because we broke out of this range and we broke up. But we need to almost so when I look at a break of structure, if we're gonna be in a new bullish uptrend, right, and we're gonna disregard this downtrend that we should have been in, this pullback kind of is a bit necessary, you know, because we've created the high. Now we could, you know, do like a further retracement, form a support, and then we need to essentially come up to make like a new high and then do a retracement and create a higher low.
Yes.
You get what I mean? So this was the structure beforehand. So this was the market structure beforehand, right? And then now we're looking for a change in that market structure. So
it looks like much safer buys would be above this resistance.
Yeah, because then we'd be creating a new high. That would be the best buying opportunity, but still gonna wait. Yeah, if I was awake, this was the area at which I would have taken buys. Over here.
Yep.
Yeah, let's look at the 15-minute. I think if the 15-minute breaks the high of the previous 15 minutes, it should continue up. I'm not gonna look at that. I'm not gonna talk myself into a trade. The 15 minute has broken the high of the previous 15 minute. So I think it should continue moving up. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream once, just before this candle closes, and then before Raja's stream.
Basically, you have prepared the field for Raja.
Yeah. Yeah.
He starts the stream and, okay, I'm going in.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking there's one opportunity I could see potentially, and is that I think if we start breaking below this area here with this current candle, now that it's created its top wick, if it can respect the high of the previous candle, I think there is an opportunity that some of this move will get corrected. That's one thing I'm looking at because of this this structure.
Lower, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one sell I'll be willing, impulsive sell I'll be willing to give a go. What's your thoughts on the timing of the entries, e.g. second half of hour? Yeah, I think that is definitely important to keep in the back of your mind, especially let's say you're coming into the new hourly candle open. It would be, yeah, I would always wait for a little bit in most situations. It's like impulse entries, you know, if this candle when it was open broke the low to start with, I wouldn't be looking for an impulse entry, right? I knew that straight away because I'm like, okay, well, there's a chance it can pop down within the first 15 minutes of the 30 minute, and then it can start to pop back up into this area. But the fact that this current candle is, you know, creating a top wick and potentially respecting the high of the previous candle, if it can do so and break the low in the second half, I would expect their momentum to push it further down. So that's one thing I'm gonna look at. But yeah, it's just a shame that the 30-minute didn't close a little bit stronger, otherwise I would have been looking to take buys. But I don't want to be buying big at, you know, once this candle closed, because it was very weak. And you know, if we look, we had this candle created like a high wick, this candle had like a long tail to the top, and then so does this one, but it closed a weak bullish. So naturally, if this one can respect the high, create that longer tail again, and then start to break down, I'll be looking to take sells. And then we have this clean candle to left hand side, and then just maybe some of this move is going to be corrected, and then this is going to be the area at which price could like tap into, and then we may, you know, form a support down over here to continue pushing up if there's a change in market structure. So that's one thing I'm going to look at. But yeah, I would definitely say that I would never just enter in on the first 5-15 minutes of a candle. The thing that I obviously do is, you know, if a candle closes, you just take your entry maybe on the candle close, and then you're just letting the next candle do its thing, expecting where it to go. You have your stop loss in place. So in those situations, I won't worry about it too much. It's just situations where maybe you're taking an impulse, or like right now, you know, if I was to take a sell, I wasn't going to do it when the first half of the in the first half of the candle. I'd want to see, this high be respected, price come down, maybe start breaking the lows, and then continue moving down. But I'm accepting the fact that it could break this low and pull up. So that's why if I'm waiting for the top wick, it at least gives me an area for a stop loss, that it shouldn't break its own high at that point in time. So that's another thing as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see how your EJ trade's doing now. Ooh, it's so close to hitting this target.
Yeah, I'm thinking if EJ creates some support.
Yeah, if it creates another minor support, it should continue moving up. Because if we look at the daily, yeah, daily is coming up to this area, but it has a little bit more room. It does have a little bit more room for definite.
Yep.
And then once we break this, then we have clean candles to correct some of that bearish move. Maybe coming back to this area here, based on the higher time frames.
Yeah, this is something that convinced me today morning to take this trade and not to close with 10 pips the daily candles. I mean, we had the support on the daily candles, then we started to go bullish, one big candle, then some kind of consolidation, then another push bullish, then small pullback to support. And this was the place when we on M30 started to create a larger support, and we broke it.
Yeah.
This is exactly the same behavior in the past.
Yeah. See, as this candle's coming down, potentially it comes down, breaking the lows over here. Execute a sell position. But I want to see it.
Oh yeah.
Just a little bit more and we are good. Yeah, I think once it comes down and breaks this low, I'm gonna take a sell, anticipating price to continue moving down. Keeping the stop probably, yeah, above this current candle, so it's a very risky sell. But yeah, there we go. So we're going to keep the stop around 13 pips, and then we're going to target this low over here. So yeah, this is the one impulsive entry I'm going to give this trade. If it doesn't work, then yeah. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Then at that point, you just have to wait. Literally broke the low and then pulled right back up. 15 minute has it closed yet, but it's got 30 seconds to 15 minute count to close. Ooh, it's retracing. Yeah, I think if this 15 minute candle closes bullish, then I'm gonna close 50%. 50% of the position.
Indecision candle, but basically it's bearish.
Yeah. This trade was taken based on more experience. I've seen this candle structure happen a lot of the times, and then once we start breaking the lows, then we should continue moving down. Oh yeah, this candle's teasing me right now. It literally came down, broke it, entered the sell, and it went nope, not today. And it goes right back up.
Gotcha.
15-minute close bearish. So hopefully at this point we should continue moving down over here. Can you check this chart, please? Yep, I think you got the right. Check it out. Okay. Nope, didn't work that one. There we go, it's starting to come down over here. Don't know if you can send that again, but oh, pushing over here.
Okay, it starts pushing.
Yeah. What did he miss? He didn't have. I need. Where is it? So I need a space X. Okay. Just remove that bit and then try again. And was it a space at the end? There we go. Perfect. Sorry about that, my friend. So yeah, so 1 hour is bullish, 30 minutes bullish, 15 minutes bullish. Okay, looking at gold over here. Buys can be taken once this high breaks. Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely think, I think if we get a close above this minor resistance, because this was like a previous support, and then it formed a resistance, retested this. So yeah, I think if you get a close above this area, then yeah, that should be good to continue moving up and retest the highs. Looking at the same thing there for gold as well. So okay. Yeah, I think we should be good to continue moving down on GJ here, but it needs to respect this current high. So see what happens. Expecting the momentum or the volume to start to push us further down. But this is going to be my one impulsive trade for the session, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll have to wait for buys above this area or something like that. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Let's check out gold what's doing now anyway. Yeah, because if you look on the 30-minute, it's created this support. It did break the low of the previous candle, but yeah, I think once this 1 hour closes bullish, and then let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, I think once we get above this minor consolidation here on the 15-minute, sorry, above this area is going to be your best bet for buys. But as long as this area is respected as a support, which it looks like it is being, then it should be good to continue moving up. So, how's GJ getting on? Ooh, GJ's coming down. Come 15-minute. There we go. Let's go, GJ. Let's have another winning trade here today. Oh, nice.
Yep, nice.
Yes. So at this point, I'm definitely not going to be taking a loss. I'll be closing 50% at this point if it comes back to my entry, but we're up about 6 pips here. We've spread about 6 pips. So I'm going to secure positions at 10 pips and let the rest run. Hopefully we'll come back down to this area.
Go!
GJ.
Go, GJ, go!
Anybody watching the stream, hopefully people are in cells. yeah, hopefully this candle should continue to push now. But again, like I say, if it comes back to my entry at this point, I'm going to be closing 50% of the position. As you know, we don't want, it shouldn't retrace back to my entry point at this point. It should continue pushing down. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, I thought it was gonna keep pushing. Then it's playing around with me.
Is it like 10 pips already?
No, not yet. Nearly there. I'm up about 8 with the spread. Yeah, I'm up about 8. I think it's good to continue moving down. I think it's just having some volume issues. Oh, I got meant to press the 15 minute. Yeah, I mean this candle's still got 8 minutes, so we're gonna wait until I can secure.
Last 5 minutes, as always.
Yeah. I'm at BE with 9 pips. Yeah, I don't know what maybe it's my broker, but yeah, I'm up about 7. That's okay. Yeah, see on TradingView it says that it's like it was up 11 pips, but I think my spread was around just over a pip, and then it's probably not, my entry was right over here, 136.628. Oh, there we go. Oh, very nice. About to secure over here.
You left nothing for Raja.
I left nothing for Raja.
You know, it's like a competition.
Yeah.
Streams versus streams. who's gonna win more?
Yeah, caught the trade before he could. Now, I'm sure he'll catch something on his streams. So there we go. I'm going to secure some positions over here. We're going to let the rest run. So I'm going to put stops at break even, and we're going to let the rest of the position run.
What broker do you use?
So I'm with Vantage FX.
Vantage FX. Okay.
Yeah. They're based in Australia. But currently I have an affiliate link for Black Bull Market, so I'm going to be sorting that out later this afternoon, and then all the guys in the group or whatever can have access to that as well. So I think you're going to get much better spreads with that link as well. So they're very similar to Vantage. They're based in New Zealand, but they're a very good broker as well.
And what spread do you have on GJ?
So right now my spreads are around a pip. So
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
That's good for a broker. I mean, the first broker I ever had, my spread was like 3 pips on GJ. So
not enough for.
No, that's crazy. So everyone's there, because I didn't know about brokers that well when I first started. Everyone's there securing, making money. I'm like, but hey, I'm not up 10 pips yet.
Yeah, you won't survive in scalping with that spread.
Yeah. Yes, I know Roger always catches a GJ move on the live stream. Yeah, I know that. No, we were just joking. Man. He probably caught this. He's probably up. He's probably caught this, because we're ending the stream here in a minute anyway. So.
GCAT is drowning as well.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream in a couple of minutes over here. So yeah, I hope people caught these sells over here.
Give the like button, please.
Yes. Yep. If you caught this trade, please drop a like, comment. If you can share, come back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll catch something nice tomorrow too. But yeah, that was a textbook sell. In fact, I'm pretty sure I called this out that if it closes weak and it breaks the low with this clean counter to left hand side, we should continue moving down. So
Yeah.
nice to see it playing out over here. So I think anybody in sells now, you should be good, coming down to 136, 340, and then if we can break that, yeah, maybe back down to this minor support, and then so on and so forth. Ooh, go on GJ. Go on GJ. Do it for the YouTube.
How big part of your position do you close with 10 pips?
So I close around 80%,
80%.
and then yeah, I leave a little runner. But there was a point at which I was just securing everything at 10 pips, and I mean everything. So yeah. So I think in a sec I'm just gonna close everything over here. Yeah, so I think in literally just see if it moves anymore in this next minute, and then I think I'm just gonna call it a stream there. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you made some money. So I've just secured my profits there. So yeah, great session.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
great session.
Yeah. So hopefully your runner can continue up.
Yeah, still holding.
Yeah.
Like a very, very tiny position. I secured most of my position.
I mean, if you've secured literally everything, then I would just let maybe let a really small position run, and then just squeeze the last few drops out if you can. So yeah, so thanks everyone for coming and watching the stream. Drop a like if you caught this trade, and we'll see you same time tomorrow.
Thank you for the conversation.
Yeah, no problem.
Ciao, ciao.
Yep, see you tomorrow, Greg. Thanks for coming.
Ciao.
Thanks everyone.